Hey guys, welcome back to Maison Malli. I'm Malli, and today we're going to be taste testing the new Nespresso 2024 Holiday Pod. But before we get into the video, guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, you can do so down below. A little bit of coffee, luxury, fashion, and everything in between. You can also find me over on Instagram at Maison Malli, where I pretty much do the same thing. Let's taste test the holiday pods. So it is that time of year again when we explore the Nespresso holiday pods. At this point, it's become kind of customary and tradition here on my channel where I unbox the advent calendar every year, and then we do a taste test of the holiday pods. This year, the holiday pods are inspired by another pastry chef. His name is Jean Imbert, and apparently it's supposed to be a journey on the Belmont Express. But it's kind of like a journey through taste, and that's kind of like where the train part comes in, I guess. But give you guys a little bit of a backdrop. It says you're supposed to settle into the carriage and indulge your senses with the limited edition creations of our culinary chef, Jean Imbert. Your journey is about to depart for a legendary journey of taste. So that's where the train comes in. But as you guys all know, there are 3 flavors this year. There is the Unforgettable Double Espresso. This is what it looks like. It's the one that comes in the blue box. This is going to be the traditional double shot of espresso that we get from Nespresso every year for the holiday collection. And then we have peanut roasted sesame flavor, right? This is going to be a 7.7 ounce coffee. And then, of course, the one that I'm most excited to try, the almond croissant. Oh my goodness. That one comes in the white box like this. I'm really excited about this because you guys know Paris is my favorite city in the world, and croissants are quite the thing there. And then almond croissants with a little almond filling. Yes, so this better not disappoint because I'm really excited to try this, but I'm gonna try it last. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and start taste testing these pods. Now, I know that I bought all 3 boxes, but first I'm going to use the ones that came in the advent calendar. If you haven't seen my advent calendar video, I will link it probably right there for you. But these came in the advent calendar, so I figured it's a better idea to just kind of like try them first, see how I like it. If I love them all, I'll keep the boxes. If there's one I don't like, child, definitely returning it to Nespresso. So we're gonna try this. We're gonna start off with this one first, the peanut sesame. Just because it sounds quite interesting. It doesn't sound like something I would usually drink, but the pod is quite beautiful. It's like this nice, there we go. That's a better shot of it. It's this nice orange thing. Really pretty. Nespresso never disappoints with the design. So we're gonna try this one first. And I think I'll just tell you a little bit about it as we brew it. So according to this, it says peanut and roasted sesame. It's nutty and sesame flavored. It says notes of toasted sesame, caramel, and a mix of nuts. Undertones of oat and barley give this selection a general toasted nutty flavor. We already discussed it's 7.7 ounces. It has popcorn notes, it says as well, toasted roasted sesame. So yeah, let's give this one a try. The next one we're gonna try is the double espresso, Unforgettable Double Espresso. I'm gonna give you guys a close-up. This is what it is looking like in all of its blue glory. Let's see, this one is toasted cereal and woody. According to Nespresso, it says cereal notes reminiscent of crusty bread. A secondary woody note adds depth, while a hint of nutty notes and brown spices lend complex personality to this blend. You guys already know, double espresso, we love that. And we are gonna move on to what we hope to be the crowd favorite, almond croissant. Guys, this is almond croissant. Let's get a little zoom in. Of course, it's kind of like a beige neutral color. So this one is a toasted almond flavor. We already know it's a 7.7 ounce pod. It says, of course, notes are almond. A smooth taste of almond and sweet vanilla is complemented by notes of brown caramel, reminiscence of a buttery pastry. I hope this is gonna be as good as it sounds. Alrighty, so I've got my first pod. It's the peanut sesame. I'm gonna give it a little mix. Honestly, guys, when I was brewing it, it did quite smell like peanut for sure and sesame. You can definitely smell the caramel too, so ooh, let's hope it's as good as it smells. Well, the first thing I'll say about it is that I do like that it has a nice, bold, rich flavor. So I can tell once you add milks to this, it's going to blend really well with the coffee. It's not going to be too watered down. Am I getting sesame and peanut right now? I'm not. So let's add a tablespoon of brown sugar because you know brown sugar makes everything better, and see what we think. I've got my brown sugar. We're gonna add that on in. Give it a little stir, and I have to be careful because my coffee bar is in my dining room and all of my furniture is very white, so gentle stir. Let's taste it again. Okay, so definitely much better with the sugar added in. It just gives it this slight sweetness. I'll be honest, I'm still not getting the notes that they said, but we are gonna add a little bit of milk to this and see if the milk brings out the flavors. This is supposed to be peanut sesame. So here's the thing about it, the peanut sesame. I think that it's a really good cup of coffee. Like, this is one that I would drink just because I think that it tastes good. I love it that it tastes good with just the sugar. It tastes really light and creamy with the milk. So overall, a pretty yummy pod. Like, if I weren't grading it as a holiday pod, I would probably give it like an 8 out of 10. It's something that I would definitely drink. But as a holiday pod, of course, we're looking for those holiday flavors, the sesame, the peanut, the caramel, and I'm really not getting that here, just personally me. So yeah, not getting the flavors it said. I think that since I got a manual espresso machine, I've been a little bit tougher on espresso, and it's not quite fair because when you are brewing fresh beans, you do get that fresh taste. You do get the notes that they say. So when you come back to a pod that's been stored for 6 months to a year and a pod that lasts you 2 years shelf life, right? You aren't getting that freshness, so that could be it. Again, Nespresso will always be a really good, convenient cup. Like when I'm rushing out the morning, which feels like most mornings, Nespresso never disappoints. So not getting the flavors of what they say, but it is a good cup of coffee. Let's move on to double espresso. Alrighty, so I've got my double shot of espresso, but I'm gonna give my palate a little cleanse from peanut sesame. Better. And we've got this one. It's supposed to be woody, toasted cereal and woody, right? So I think for this one, I don't know if I can stomach tasting it on its own. I don't really like to taste espresso shots on their own. I barely tasted it. That's probably not a good assessment for you guys. Seems pretty bold though. What I am gonna do is add my tablespoon of sugar and my milk, and then we'll see how it pans out that way. All right, so adding my sugar. Cutest little measuring spoon from Anthro. They just always have the really like the nicest things. In case you guys are wondering as well, this is one of my New York coffee mugs. On the inside it says a New York holiday, and I think this may still be available on Anthropologie. If it is, I'll link it for you guys. Let's give this a little stir with the sugar. If you guys ever want to bring out the flavors of a coffee, add some brown sugar to it, and it highlights all of the notes, all of the flavors. It's like the most magical thing. All right, let's taste. Ooh. That's really good. For some reason, I get more fruity notes. Like, it's very bright and happy. more so than, I guess woody lends to the intensity of it. It did say woody and toasted cereal and woody. Not really getting cereal. Usually when pods have cereal notes, they're a lot lighter in taste. I'm definitely getting woody, but I'm also getting like really fruity and happy and bright. And I like that about this. Okay, we just added some milk. Give it a little stir. Another taste. You get more cereal when you add the milk into it. I think this is a really good pod. I've got no hate for it. I think it's giving holiday vibes. Just because it's so like merry, happy, bright. I like the cereal notes. This is a good one. This is definitely one that I will buy. Well, I already bought it, so I think I might keep this box. But this is really good. 10 out of 10 recommend. I think I'm gonna finish this and then I'm gonna move on to the third and final pod. Alrighty, so we are taste testing our last and final pod, the almond croissant. Guys, I gotta say, when I was brewing this, I was getting almond, I was getting buttery, definitely was getting pastries. And I still am. Oh, and it's so sweet, like the sweetness of the almond, but the butteriness of the pastry. This better be good. Ugh, smells yums. All right, but let's taste it. Okay. I feel like it's starting off good because I feel like the pastry notes hit me first when I tasted this. It's a lighter pod for sure than the sesame was. Like lighter in taste. Yeah. Okay. Definitely lighter in taste. You definitely get like this buttery taste at the beginning, but then you do get a little hint of almond. It's not like really sweetness of almond, but a hint of almond. So let's add our brown sugar and see if it explodes the flavors. Alrighty, so brown sugar on deck. Adding that in. And giving it a stir. Oh, when you add the brown sugar, it certainly enhances the smell of the coffee. It smells even more like a croissant in my opinion. Let's taste it. Definitely sweeter, duh, we added sugar. Still getting pastry, getting a little fruitiness now. We're just gonna add the milk and see what happens. I only have a little bit of milk left. This was kind of the perfect amount. Mixa, mixa, mixa. Oh yeah, okay. So, I feel like when you add the milk, you do kind of get, girl, it tastes like a, or guy, I have guys that watch me on here too. It tastes like a croissant. It does taste like a croissant. It really does. And that makes me very happy. Yeah, you know, croissants are really light, buttery, and I'm definitely getting that. Like, it's very light in flavor, it's buttery, not really the almond so much anymore. But it's definitely giving croissant. Yeah, it is. Curious to take it one step further and see if I actually add a little bit of almond syrup, what will happen. So let's see, hold on. almond syrup. I really, really like this one. And we've already added brown sugar. I just want to add a splash to see what happens. Because maybe in the future we won't add brown sugar and maybe just a little bit of almond syrup to enhance the flavor. Yeah. All right. You guys did not disappoint. 2 out of 3 this year. I gotta say that's pretty good. I think last year I only liked 1, and the year before I liked the raspberry a lot. I liked the white colored one. That was like hazelnut or something. This is good. Sorry, I went off on a tangent. I was thinking, but it's an almond croissant in a cup. All right, guys, so we have reached the end of this video. We have taste tested all the pods, and I gotta say, if I had to give the collection a score from a 1 to 10, I would give Nespresso 8 for effort. That was really good. It was really consistent. It gave what it was supposed to. Everything didn't work out exactly the way I thought it would, but overall a great collection. You guys see, like I told y'all, I do have all the boxes. I think I will definitely keep this because you can never have too many double espressos. They're just so easy to use. And because of the woody notes, this one is quite yummy. So I'll keep it. It's a nice, bold double espresso. You guys already know we're keeping her. I love this. It's so yummy. It reminds me of Paris. I'm keeping this one. You guys should definitely order the almond croissant. Super yummy. Just do it with a little bit of almond syrup and you will be good to go. Thirdly, toasted sesame. Remember I said I like this one on its own? Like, if you're a coffee drinker that you don't like to add milk, I would get this one. It's really good without milk. I feel like once I added the milk, it was just like, okay. Yeah, it was just okay. But if you just want it with a little bit of sugar and just the coffee, I would suggest keeping this. I don't know if I will keep this. I don't think so. Just because I don't like to have my coffee that way. But overall, a really solid effort. Nespresso did its thing. Guys, drop it in the comments down below. Let me know, have you tried the Nespresso holiday pods yet? If you have, what do you think? What are your favorite ones? If you haven't tried the pods yet, based on my suggestions, which ones will you be trying, or are you just gonna skip it altogether? Guys, I just want to say thank you so much for always hanging out with me here on Maison Malli. Thank you guys for the comments and for the love. I love to read your comments, so don't forget to comment down below. But yeah, go forth, enjoy your holiday pods, and I'll see you guys next time.